is more or less spot the liar. Basically, there are two teams, and you have to find out who is lying and who is not. And I used to absolutely suck at it. For the life of me, I cannot figure out who the liar is. And I would always make my team lose. I think many of us here are like that. We cannot spot a liar in front of us. I know this because I myself have lied to you and you did not spot me. I'm just kidding, I don't lie. But don't worry, I'm here to inform you on the science of how to spot a liar. We all lie, right? When we click on I agree to the terms and conditions on the web page. Or when our maths teacher tells us that algebra is going to be very useful in real life. But it's the harmful kind of lying that we need to be aware of. How many of you have heard of the cartoon character Pinocchio? All of you. Okay. Basically, for those of you who have not, he's a cartoon character whose nose grows bigger each time he lies. How I wish there was something like that in real life, but sadly there is not. We all have to rely upon some science, which I am going to discuss with you now. There is a YouTube video on it too, but I have not used that as a reference at all, and I am not lying. Okay. So, common wisdom is that the most obvious way to spot a liar is body language. A liar is not likely to look you in the eye and is usually more nervous and distressed. But the thing is that there can be a lot of reasons why someone is nervous. For example, I am nervous right now. I may go too fast and you will kill me. So body language is a notoriously complex thing to judge. But if you use both body language and speech together, that is very helpful. If the expressions or movements do not agree with the words of a speech, words of a person, then there is something wrong. For example, if a husband is telling something terrible happening to his wife in a really cool voice, you know something's wrong. This is because we always practice our words, but we never practice our gestures, and the gestures give us away. For example, if I say, I did not break that chair, mom, or I'm on your side, then you know I'm lying. Though a real lie would do it much more subtly. Have you ever seen the flight attendants when you're getting down a plane? They are like, thank you for flying with us. Their smile never reaches your eyes. So body language and speech together. The second technique to spotting a liar is watching sudden changes in confidence. A liar usually has a story rehearsed, and so he's really confident and calm when he's delivering the story. But whenever a detail comes up which he has not practiced, he suddenly becomes nervous and quiet. Erratic changes in behavior is one of the surest giveaways of a liar. So if a liar gets suddenly quiet after a while, or he loses his memory at critical points, you know he's lying. The third technique to looking for a liar is to look for details. Since a lie has not really happened, you will eventually find a loophole or an omission. So grill them for details and ask them to tell the story backwards, and the lie will surely crumble. Now, there was a famous example in an FBI case. A person had this really convincing story that how he's from Harvard University and all. The investigator asked him one simple question: tell me the path from your home to the university, and he could not accurately describe it. The whole story was brought down by that one single lie. Another tendency of liars is to distance themselves from the subject of the lie. Like for example, rather than saying, I left the door open, they would say, the door was left open. Notice how they would distance themselves to the speech. There's a famous example of the US President Bill Clinton. He allegedly had an affair with a woman, and he denied it. His exact words were, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Notice how he says that woman instead of her. He's unintentionally trying to distance himself from that woman. And sure enough, the affair was turned out to be real later, and he was impeached. And when I read all those signs, I thought I had done so much, and now I probably could be an FBI agent. But I played Mafia again with my friends last week, and I still suck at it. This is because you have to be really vigilant and experienced to notice these signs. these signs by themselves don't mean anything. They are not very uncommon in real life too. It's only when they are in clusters that we need to take note of them. But however, I think we are one step closer to discovering when we are being lied to. So the next time your husband tells you that you're not looking fat, or your friend tells you that you have a nice haircut, believe them, it will make you happy. But for the rest of the lies, I hope my speech will be helpful to you. Thank you.